Okay, so what I want to do today is go over space tags, room tags, because eventually you are going to need to identify what room you're in. Okay, and to do that, there's only one place to get the information. You will need to find out what the architect is doing to label its rooms. So what you're going to need to do is look at this is for linked plumbing. I guess it could be for mechanical also. Maybe structure, maybe. I'm just saying, maybe it could be for electrical too. So, but I'm going to focus on the plumbing. When the plumbing model links in the architect's model onto its model so that it knows, the rooms, where they're located and the rest of it. So, and the room names are part of that link. But if anybody knows anything about the space utility, I think space naming utility, it can be confusing. Space tags and room tags can be confusing. So I want to give a guide on these two names. I'm going to turn on room tags and I'm going to turn on the space tags for the architect. Now the architect could use room tags and could use space tags, but technically the room tag is for the architects and space tag is for the other discipline, from what I understand. So I'm going to turn on those two, what are they? Those two categories, and see what we got. They are off now, so I'm turning them on. They should show up on the floor plan. Okay, so you see this studio unit. It's a, let me just tap on it just to make sure what we have. So I'm going to turn on or turn off. I'm going to turn on where I can select my links, and I'm going to select this. You see, once I highlight the text, it says room tag, right? It says room tag. Now keep that in mind. So usually when the plumbing engineer or the mechanical engineer, I've only been on those two sides of the disciplines working with Revit, but right now I'm going to look at the plumbing part of it. So when we go to analyze and we want to label this room, this is the studio unit 404. There's a stair S2. We got 2-story studio unit. That's a single, I guess. And over here we have the office unit 401. Okay, but this is the architect's names. We want our own names so we can move them around the areas of the room, because sometimes the duct get in the way, the piping gets in the way, text gets in the way. There's a lot of stuff that gets in the way, but we want to be able to control how we move our room names. Right now we cannot. It's all that it's all part of that name is all part of the architect's drawing. So what we usually do is we guess how this is going to work. We can go in here and do a space tag, and how is it? Okay, there's my space tag. So that looks pretty good, but what happens is that it says that none of the created elements are visible on this floor, right? You may want to check the active view, its parameters and visibility settings, as well as any plan regions in their settings. So that's the error that you're getting. And a lot of us look at that and say, what is going on? So we go back and find out, check your active view, check its parameter, and we check the visibility, and we check the plan regions, and we go through all of this, and we still get that. After all of that, and I've been through it. And it's easy to try and check the active view. It's easy to check the parameters and the visibility settings and any plan regions. You know, it's easy to do that. But what the warning doesn't say is that I need what I'm bringing in is a space tag, and the architect is using room tag. Okay, this are space tags, space separator, space. So we go through here and we want to place space automatically, right? So we go in and do this, and still nothing happens. Space is not properly enclosed. So I'm going to undo all of that. Okay. So, and where is it? We were here, and we can go space naming. We go through here. All of this information, name only, numbers only, all levels, say yes. And we come back and we want to get this space in here, and it still gives us an error. And the error is because that studio unit is a room tag. And the only thing we have up here are space tags, and we are trying to figure out why it won't work. And the reason is because you need to load in a room tag. A room tag. So we look for a room tag. We need to insert a room tag and not use a space tag. I know, so we have to follow what the architect has. If the architect had a space tag, we would have to use a space tag. If the architect uses a room tag, we have to use room tag. We have to follow whatever the architect has. So we can load in, we can go in and insert a room tag. You can go to your annotation in your library. This is from 19. So I use these. And within that list is a room tag. So you want to load your room tag wherever you get that. Okay? And once you load in your room tag, I'm gonna go, you can go here and just type room, and it should be, so okay, so that's it. And what I can do is I'm gonna drag this over, okay? So that should load. Okay, so now we have our room tag that we can move around. It should change, right? Oh, so it just stays here. Okay, let me do a create similar. Can I do that? Yeah, okay. So we have that, and what we can do with this tag, now that we have it as part of our project, I'm going to turn off the two annotations. So we have room and we have spaces down here somewhere. Okay, okay, those should go off. And from here, we can go in and edit the family. It can be a smaller, where is that? It's up here. It can be a smaller font, maybe 116. It can be as small as you want it, or as large as you want it, but you can change the parameters here, okay? So that's what I wanted to, let's just do this. Nope. So I wanted to go over, while I'm going over this project, is that sooner or later it's going to have to be labeled, okay? And you can do, let's see, let's go back. I'm going to try something. So insert, analyze. So if I want to automatically place spaces, that's going to give me the same error, right? Or so I cannot automatically place spaces. I don't know if that's a good idea anyway. I mean, unless you got like 100 floors of the same type, you know, I don't know. I've never been able to use the automatically place the spaces and it works. I've seen it done, and I've probably done it, well, a couple of times, but I think it's better to just go, once you're on your floor plan, just create similar, and you can go in, edit this, because I mean, each plan is going to have, I don't know, a few names, right? Each room is going to have a different name, but as you go to each room, you can always go in and, you know, create a similar, and somewhere it's down here. So, and you're only doing it once. It's not a big deal, but you can go in and manipulate go in, do this. Okay, maybe that's going to be, let's do 16. We can do 16. Okay, I'm just going to load that back into the project. Overwrite existing version, yes. Okay, so all of them change the size. You don't have to have this, depending on your office, you know, you can or cannot have the office number in here. You can go in, probably erase all of this. Square footage, erase all of that. However you want to, nope. Do your naming your room numbers and your spaces. Okay, so I wanted to go over that with you guys, and I hope that helped, because eventually you're going to have to name your rooms, right? And you can't use the architect's label, because it's going to get in the way. This way you can move your text around, you can change the size of it, right? You can do whatever you want now that you have control over it. And maybe I'll look into this create space automatically. Space naming, is that it? Nope. What's this? That should say 4. Space naming. Or maybe because it's a room. I don't know. Maybe. Where am I here? Space tag. I think that if, let's go back. I'll do it some other time. All right, guys. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.